I get this quite a lot. I see traders stressed. I've been there as well. And usually there are some patterns into why some traders are too emotional, right? So I wanted just to go into what some of these will be. And it's a very, very simple one. I'm pretty sure if you're a trader that's currently stressed and you reduced your risk per trade, that stress level is going to completely correlate to your trading risk. It's going to drop. The key part is finding out where your emotions are at that. But the reason you're still emotional is because also of your lack of preparation at the beginning. Yeah, your testing, your win rate, your drawdown ratio, all of that stuff. And I'm gonna go into that shortly and show you how you can plan your account for risk of ruin, drawdown percentage, look at Monte Carlo simulation, look at what probable returns you might then see and what that risk per trade then looks like. When you've done that work, you're planning for the losing run. Yeah, and I've spoke about this a lot, and my members will hear me say the same things, but it's true. Yeah, you are planning for that eventuality as opposed to it being a complete fucking surprise. Because ultimately, what you can't control is when that happens. I could show you a strategy now. We've just launched a new strategy on edge reversal. Might have a losing streak of 4 trades on a 70% win rate. Well, they might happen tomorrow. We can't control when that happens. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It means we've seen it in the data before. So none of these things should be a surprise. Same with Bailey's settings on the Banker EA. Everything is in the data. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. So when we hit 2 EPs in a week, I know that's a pain in the backside, but we can't control when they happen. But we've also seen it before. We've seen it before in the data. Yeah, it's not a surprise. But if you've not done that work, it will be a surprise. If you've not studied, okay, well, this can happen. Not likely, but still probable, then okay, I need to be aware of that and get, okay, when that happens, right, it's something that has happened before, so it's not ultimately too much of a surprise. So this strategy correlates. What I mean by that is how your trading equates to how you're feeling. Yeah, if you're that trader glued on the charts all day, not moving enough, not active enough, making too many decisions, you're going to start feeling very overwhelmed and quite depressed quite quickly. Yeah. You want payback for that time. Maybe you see, and I used to relate to this, there's an intellectual game with technical analysis. You want to feel that you're right. You want to feel clever. I caught this trade. Look at that. And you take a few knocks on with that, or that's why you're in that trading in that particular way, and that can really quite affect your emotions and being clear-headed. Expectations is a big one. Most people have got incorrect expectations, trying to chase the profit for the week, for the month, doubling accounts, going for unrealistic gains. That's fucking stressful, and that in turn is going to cause you stress because you're over trading, you're over risking. Yeah. And that in turn means that P&L and that open drawdown. How many of you, it should be another poll. Maybe I can add it quick. Can I add another one? Here we go. Let me just add this quick. Have you woken up in the middle of the night to check your trades? Yes, no. There you go. Let me know on that. Where are we? Because it's when you're over risking and you've got loads of risk at play, that's going to cause you stress. So at 3 in the morning, the dreaded blue light on your phone pings, your partner going, what the fuck are you doing? Lights up the room to check how that big red drawdown's going. Yeah. And then you check it in the morning and we've joked about this before. Well, sort of joked. It's not very nice, but your oh fuck moment. Oh fuck, my account's gone. Yeah. The next one, well, these are really important too. And detaching from an individual outcome. There's a great book by Van Biaggi, I can't even say his surname, and Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone, that speaks about we just need to detach from that. It's either going to be a winner or a loser, right? You can't control what that's going to happen, what that trade is going to do. And if you've got an expectation, and this also comes from your analysis and your bias, yeah? So you've got a bias that Euro USD is going to go up. Your expectation is it's going to go up. When it doesn't go up, then you've got some emotional stress. Whereas if you entered that trade going, okay, my win rate is this one might win or it lose. It doesn't really matter either way. What's less stressful? You're not proving to be right. You've just entered where you would flawlessly enter that trade every time. And the outcome's the outcome. Go about your day. Oh, that one lost. That one won. But because you're emotionally bought into being right, and the more you think that you're right, the more blinkered you're going to be. You're probably going to over risk because you're not expecting to be wrong. You're not expecting to be wrong. You put too much money in that trade, market's wrong, you know, Euro USD screwed me. All of this language that I hear all the time. No, the trade just didn't play out as you thought. Yeah, but remove that expectation that you're going to have a winner. And yeah, that's about removing bias. So I know those in the UK probably like watch Line of Duty like me. You know, you can see programs like that. I'm going off tangent a little bit, but it's important where they think they know who the baddies are, right? And any evidence supporting that Fred's the baddie is really, you know, yeah, that's really important. Anything that might tell you Fred isn't the baddie when they think Fred is the baddie is going to be almost discredited or less important because they're trying to support their confirmation that that's what they think. You're doing exactly the same thing. Some of you are doing exactly the same thing in your trading too. Confirmation bias, trying to be proven that you're right. So it can go up or down. There's no certainty. Traders are trying to find certainty in an uncertain environment because it gives them that comfort blanket that they're trying to find. It doesn't exist. Certainty does not exist. The only thing that is certain is how much you're willing to risk your account on that trade. Stay in your own lane. Expectations, emotions, stress. You see other people doing better than you. Yeah, you think you're behind. Need to catch up. Stay in your own lane. Understand. Celebrate your successes along the way. What a year ago did I know half the stuff that you know now? What progress have I made? You know, and you know sometimes things don't go your way. Well, it's another lesson. You're a bit more educated and a bit more armed for the next attempt. Yeah, there are sometimes expensive lessons along the way, but they're still lessons. Unless you keep making the same fucking mistake, then you've got a different problem. One trade will not define you. There isn't probably one trade that we could all make today, Monday, that makes us retire from trading. Doesn't happen, does it? Unless you get lucky on crypto and make $1 million. There's not one trade that will define you. Same with losses. There should not be one trade that defines you and makes you bankrupt. You know, if you're in business and you lose all your cash, you're bankrupt. Yeah. Trading should be no different. If you could not, and I put this on my social before, if you could not redeposit into your trading account ever again, how would you trade differently? You would treat that capital as gold. You would be more selective with your trades. You would have reduced your risk even more. And that's how some of you need to think. So yeah, this one trade will not define you. One trade on a Monday should not affect your day. If one trade on Monday affects your day, then you've got to ask questions, because that one trade is one fucking trade. When you're probably going to be trading for the next 20 years, doing 30 trades of, I don't know, 20 trades a week or a month. It doesn't matter. It depends on your strategy. But that one trade should really not make any difference at all. Yeah. To your emotions, to the impact on your P&L, all of these things. So give that some thought.